the second part of Democrats' anxiety about Schedule F is not just this chilling effect that the possibility of being fired might have on the actions of these masses of government employees that staff the administrative state. The second part of their anxiety lies in who these groups are that President Trump is allegedly, reportedly relying on to help build these lists of people who are better qualified to staff these jobs in the administrative state. We're talking groups like Russ Vought's group. Russ Vought was the director of the Office of Management and Budget under President Trump. He is a stalwart conservative. He and his wife are friends of mine. We're talking about the Conservative Partnership Institute. We're talking about the Heritage Foundation. We're talking about the America First Policy Institute. All great organizations, all organizations that have their priorities straight. And these are organizations who are reportedly working behind the scenes to train staffers or identify people who are already trained and qualified to fill potential jobs in the administrative state if the president of the United States, President Trump, hypothetically in this scenario, were to be able to fire the ones who, the ideologues who are currently the swamp preachers. So I talked to Rachel Bovard at the Conservative Partnership Institute about this as I was studying up on this, and she had a very succinct response to their involvement in this project and what the goal is. This is what she said to me. She said, "We are trying to find and train competent, substantive, and tactical people to work in these positions should they open up." And I laughed when she said that because I thought, oh my goodness, this is so controversial. This is worth all the scare headlines that we're seeing from the left. Oh, these lists, they're putting together these secret lists of people. No, they're training people to make sure that we have competent employees to run the administrative state. Because the fact of the matter is, it's not just the cabinet level appointees at the top of each of these agencies who are corrupting the agencies with politics. It's actually staff members who are doing everyday government employee jobs, who are ideologues driven by their political agenda, who are actively trying to stop. They're actively trying to counter what's coming, even from the top of the agency. I just did a really, really interesting interview with former Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos. You can go to my locals, lizwheelershow.com/locals, and you can watch that if you want exclusive early access to that interview. And I talked with her about her experience at the Department of Education, because she said, listen, she had her priorities straight when she was at the Department of Education, but the staff members, not her immediate team that she brought in with her, but these civil service employees, the deep staters, right? The people who stay throughout administrations, they actively tried to subvert her directives. They actively tried to counter what she was trying to do at the Department of Education. And that's not an isolated incident. That happens over and over again. So these secret lists being put together by these organizations aren't anything to be anxious about, unless you are a leftist ideologue like the Democratic Party is, and you see this as a threat to your agenda, because you need the deep state to stop Republicans.